Yes, sir. We are live in effect. Turnbuckle Talk, 411 Sports World Network. Make sure you go to 411 Sports World Network on YouTube. Just type in 411 Sports World Network and you'll find it on YouTube. Also on TikTok, Mr. 411 MISTERFOURONEONE. And the same thing on Instagram, Mr. 411, MISTERFOURONEONE. Yes, we're gonna that's the road to WrestleMania right now. We got some matches lined up, and we'll give you our thoughts on it. And then of course we had some action last night on Monday Night Raw. We had action on Friday Night SmackDown. So we'll maybe some of that stuff will tie back into what we talk about today. As you can see in the studio is LT. What's going on, LT?
How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. That's the guy. All right, we're gonna play this bumper. When we come back, after we bump this track, we're gonna dive into the road to WrestleMania. Yes, sir. We are back. LT's in the house. What's going on, LT?
How y'all doing?
Yeah, man, that's our guy right there, LT. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. We're gonna jump right into the main event of WrestleMania or the main event of WrestleMania, whichever night it's gonna be. Probably night one. But Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins three-way. The favor was revealed on SmackDown on Friday night, where CM Punk at the end of the episode um, told Roman Reigns that, hey, your tribal chief is going to be in my corner. That's the favor. So the favor wasn't that he was able to get the main event that he always wanted for WrestleMania of CM Punk. That's what we're referring to. It was more so the favor was for Paul Heyman to be in his corner. And as we know, Paul Heyman was his advocate at one time. And so way back when CM Punk was had first broke into WWE, or at least starting off in the what is it, OVW, when he
Right.
started out in the training, grounds and all that, and then moved into WWE. So, you know, Roman is the tribal chief, and Heyman is his with wise man. But with this turn right now, man, is this what you expected? Is this what you expected the favor to be, Larry? And then just give me overall thoughts of the segment.
Yeah, I kind of thought this is where we were going because of their both of their histories with Paul Heyman. So what they're leading into is they're leaning. CM Punk says he wants to throw Roman Reigns off. I don't think that's the issue. I think somewhere there's going to be some shenanigans where it's possible that Paul Heyman cost one of them the match. But since it's being WrestleMania, anybody could come down and make a difference. You could see The Rock come down. You could see, Seth is still in the match. And even
Yeah.
last night, Seth got in Paul Heyman's face and threatened Paul Heyman. And he said, well, man, you know what? I can be in your corner too. So Paul Heyman's trying just to completely stay out of it. But
Yeah.
somewhere down the line, there's going to be some shenanigans where it's very possible that Paul cost someone the match.
Yeah, and that's going to be intriguing to see how this ends. Triple threat. You got three megastars right here. Actually, all three of them are fan favorites right now. So I'm wondering how the match is gonna, how it's just gonna feel. The atmosphere behind this. All three wrestlers are, red hot and got the fans rooting for them to a degree. Um, and Paul Heyman, with the history that he has with Roman and the history with CM Punk. Man, I'm telling you, man, when he shedded that tear, you know, that made me laugh when I saw that. But then it was like, wow, he's really jam in a jam right now.
Right.
Because
And
you do
actually, in
you
real
do
life,
Roman
I
wrong.
love Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman
Oh
is
yeah, he's a guy.
such a good guy, and he knows the business. He's probably one of the smartest minds in the business.
Oh, he definitely is, and he's actually his imprints are on a lot of wrestlers, even some of these newer, younger ones that are coming along too. And so everybody gets the benefit of Paul. But man, historically, right here with CM Punk and Roman, I would think that I would think that he would turn on Punk to continue to continue this thing with the bloodline. But that seems like it's a little obvious if he does that. So I'm thinking he's going to do something and it's going to benefit Seth. Because you remember on SmackDown when Seth pulled up in the SUV and Paul Heyman thought that was Roman and it was Seth and Seth was making fun of him. And Seth was laughing his butt off on Friday night too when the reveal was made of the favor. He was like, "Yeah, I told you so. Told you CM Punk was going to do you like that." To Roman. And Roman's got this thing with Seth because Seth turned on when it was on in the Shield, but now he's got this with CM Punk too because of the Wise Man. So it just really feels like the best out for the Wise Man is to help Seth, and that would change the whole dynamic of Seth, which is something we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen Seth with a manager like this. You know what I'm saying? That I can think of, or in case,
Nah,
or in this case,
he hasn't
Navin.
had one.
Right. So that we're going to see what he already has done, which is a Hall of Fame career. I mean, imagine what he can do with Seth. I mean, with the Wise Man leading the way. So let's see what happens there on that, man. But
To me,
okay,
the
there we go.
obvious switch is going to be for Paul Heyman to help CM Punk win. To me, that's more
Hmm.
obvious because CM Punk was first.
Okay, man. But if he does that, LT, man, boy, the wrath of Roman Reigns? I mean, but you know what? Roman is actually right now, currently, if I'm not mistaken, Jay Uso's on his own, which we'll talk about next. Then you got Jimmy. He's kind of floating around his own right
Right.
now. And then, you know, Solo has his crew. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Roman really doesn't have a crew right now.
Mm-mm. No, he doesn't. And right now, they're basically this is the first match that CM Punk has ever, you know, been on the main event of WrestleMania. So that
Hmm.
could be the very easy way that they go.
Yeah, it could be. And well, congratulations to CM Punk. That's what he wanted for a long time. He water under the bridge for all the things that was said and done in the past. And here he is, man. They got three megastars main event in WrestleMania. Uh, night one, right? You feel like that's a
Night
night one
one,
main
correct.
event?
Correct, night
Okay.
one.
All right, so that'll be the night one main event, which will make it 10 for Roman Reigns, by the way.
Yeah.
10 main events of WrestleMania. I mean, he's in a man, he has more than Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah.
Because I think Hogan doesn't have that many, not 10. I think he's around maybe 7 or 6, 7, 8 range with main events. Probably WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, either 4 or 5, because he had fought Macho Man. Then you had 6 with the Warrior, Ultimate Warrior. So that's already 5. Let's say he didn't wrestle when they had back to back at Trump Towers. He probably didn't main event both. I think he just main evented one, and that's when he beat Macho Man. Then you got Sergeant Slaughter at WrestleMania 7. So we're already up to 6 right there. Ultimate
Right.
Warrior right before that. And then he probably got another one in there somewhere. I think he pinned Yokozuna. I don't know if you want to count that, but that's another one. I think he's up to about 8. But for Roman to have 10, I mean, he's in the stratosphere, man,
Oh
on
yeah.
above
He's
his own on his
Roman's in a
own.
very good place right now. He is
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
definitely a hot streak.
Yes, sir. I expect that to be a great match. I guess leading up to all this will be just more. They'll probably lean more into what's going on with his favor. We got to see how Roman reacts to this because he didn't really get to react because he got blindsided and then he got caught in the GTS, go to sleep. So we'll see what comes from that probably on Friday. and what else leads up to the Mania. All right. Let's go to Uso since we brought that up, since I brought up Jay. So Jay, tell me about what you saw with Jay. How you feeling about this matchup? Well, who has the momentum now after what Jay did on Monday? You can tell us what he did.
Well, Gunther's always been set up to be the heel. I believe they're going to let Jay win this belt, and this is going to be one of the biggest babyface pops that they've had in years. Because actually, last night they turned him very serious.
Hmm.
Everybody in the crowd were doing yeets, and Jay didn't. He didn't do any yeet at all. Not coming down the crowd, not going through the stands, not when he got in the ring, he was very serious. So he could just not do another yeet until he wins. They could keep him very serious and very focused. And this is a good way to turn him because Gunther's been doing all the heel stuff by beating him up nonstop. And they do need, WrestleMania is always the spot for the baby faces. Baby faces always get the biggest pops at the big pay-per-views. WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, the main
Hmm.
events, they get the biggest babyface pops.
Yes, sir. And hey, the fact that Gunther, you said that he's been doing, obviously the heel. The way he beat down Jimmy, that bloodbath right there, you know, and Jay's tied up and nothing he can do about it. Like that's the turning point now of this thing. Because the first
Right.
couple of weeks has been Jay Uso just making a mistake here, making a mistake there, and not really showing that he's ready for Gunther. But now I, that lit a fire in him, and man, I think he's ready for him. It's going to be. Do you remember the pop that Kofi had when he won that Kofi Mania?
Yes,
When he won that in
absolutely.
New York.
And another name
Yeah,
I can bring up is Daniel Bryan. You remember when Daniel Bryan
yeah,
did his with
right
the
in New
Yes
Orleans. I
movement?
think that's right. That was huge. So yeah, so it's going to be on those along those lines because he's one of the top merch sellers too. So
He
and
is.
and all the kids love him. Arden, who was on my last episode here, Arden, young guy, little 9-year-old, 8-year-old. He's ready for Jay to win that championship. So um I think that's what we're heading to. Now the thing is how we're going to get there, which we can talk about that on another episode as we get closer. On we can get more detail on how we think the matches will end. But I believe Jay's going to pull this one out. I think he is, man. It's just the question will be what will happen after that, and we'll leave that out there for another discussion. All right, let's go to, and this is something I really need for you to talk about, LT. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. All right, John Cena is the heel at this point, and you know what? What do you think about this? I mean, do you like the fact that Cena went heel, or would you rather them both be the baby faces and just go at it like Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan did?
Well, the word on the street was they were trying to get Cody to turn heel, and Cody said he wasn't going to do it. So John Cena said, "Okay, I'll do it. I don't mind. I'll do it. I'll switch." But, in the long scheme of things, I believe that before John Cena retires, he's going to have to turn back babyface and get that belt. He's going to have to get his 17th title somewhere down the road, especially before the end of the year. So I believe this is just for WrestleMania. Something major is going to happen to make John Cena turn back babyface again. And that's probably the way they're going to let him get the belt to end his
Okay,
career at the end.
okay.
But
And what do
there's
you and
too
what do you?
many variables there. Between The Rock and there's just so many variables with this match that it could go any different way. And you know what WWE likes to do, especially on the final the final match of the night. They like to bring out all kind of these stars that you haven't seen in a while for a cameo appearance in the last match. Nobody saw Seth with his Shield gear on last year. That
Yeah,
was
that was
something they
nice.
just brought out. from absolutely nowhere that nobody expected. So
Yeah,
this thing could really go in so many different directions. It's going to be really amazing to watch and see which way WWE goes.
yeah, and if or when John Cena turns back face, babyface, man, I want to see how that happens. I want to see how it happens, and I want to see how long he's going to be a heel. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If he wins his championship now as a heel, how long will he hold on to it if he does? If he doesn't win it, how does he get back in the picture to do so? Because he's declared that that's what he has to do now. So that's the that's the end game for him before he gets out of here. And the clock's ticking. You know, with every week, every episode, the clock is ticking on his career in the ring. And so yeah,
Right.
I'll be interested to see how it go. But so far I like what he's doing. I mean, he's actually using what the fans have always done to him. Now he's using it as his, part of his confirmation of why he's has his change of attitude. When they say Cena sucks, half the arena say Cena sucks, and others say let's go Cena. So he's kind of playing off of that, using the fans to really kind of fuel it. It's just an interesting dynamic, and we'll see where it goes, man. But finally, I think Cody's in a match where I I don't feel like he's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. I always 100% feel like he's gonna win the match. Even with his match with KO, even though they were good, even though storylines were good, I still felt like Cody's gonna hold on to that championship. This is the
Right.
first time where I can say, oh, you know what? He could lose it. Because he can lose it and it's not really his fault. He can get screwed by the Rock. You mentioned the Rock as
Sure.
a variable. Travis
Sure.
Scott,
And it
you know
doesn't
what I'm
hurt him.
saying? Right, right. And something Travis Scott can do something. He can distract them. And the Rock can just distract them. And then Cena, pounces on that opportunity. It can be anything
Mhm.
like that where I feel like, hey, Cody could lose this one. And Cena is a huge star, so it can happen. And that's this is the match I'm really looking to see because I want to see how he survives this if he can, and then go from there. All right, let's throw this one out here because um, Naomi and Jade, man. Naomi was the one that did it. I thought it was maybe, I thought it was Bianca Belair, but Naomi's come out and said that she did it, and I think they're making it clear that she was the one that turned her back on Jade and beat her down. And Jade has been after her like no other right now. They're going to get in the ring. What do you think about this match?
I like the turn. I like Naomi going heel. I think it's very good for her persona to be a heel. I really like the way they turned it. And I knew it was going to be her from the beginning. The way they wrote it, it was real easy to see that from the beginning. But I actually believe that Jade's probably going to give her a good solid beatdown in the ring.
Hmm.
Jade's, but right now she's been doing these little short segments where she's just trying to run out to get to Naomi. She hasn't
Right.
actually been in a match. She hasn't had a long 15, 20-minute match. Is she ready? This is going to be WrestleMania. And in the beginning, they always had problems with her wrestling full matches. So we're going to see if she's actually ready this time. But I do think Jade's going to have her get back. But I do
Yeah.
also like Naomi being a heel.
Yeah, I do too. I like the fresh coat of paint there on Naomi. She came out to the ring with her music, with the same music. I wonder how long that's gonna last, or if they're gonna mix it up a little bit. Because sometimes you come out with that music that people can clap to and dance to, that keeps you on the face side. So they may have to kind of remix her song or something to where the fans can't really get into it. But
Right.
we'll see what happens. But we'll see what happens there. Maybe she comes out with something new for WrestleMania, and we'll
Mhm.
see how that goes. But yeah, I can't wait for that match though. I just can't wait to see it because you have Naomi, who's been a world champion and multi time tag team champion now. Uh, well, been tag team champion. So now what she has experience and all that, Jade doesn't. Jay's
Right.
the bigger wrestler. We'll see how it go. But I think it's gonna be a good physical match. And I'm looking forward to it. It's a match where there's no belt on the line or nothing, but there's a story
Nope.
behind it, and you
Right.
want to see what happens from there. And I want to see with Bianca how she reacts to this because they're both her friends.
Right. And this match is going to be should be early, long before Bianca gets in the ring with uh with the other two before she has
Right,
her match.
right. And man, look how you brought it right to it, LT.
Hmm.
To the last topic for tonight: Bianca, Rhea, and Io triple threat for the Women's World Championship.
This one's
Where are we
easy. The
going
writing's
here?
on the wall. This is so easy.
Is Io gonna keep it?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Io's going to keep the belt because Bianca and Rhea they're just causing problems for each other, and they're treating her like absolutely nothing. They keep pie
Right.
facing her and slapping her and pushing her and just treating her like she is absolutely nothing in this story. That tells me
Yeah.
that Io's going to keep the belt.
Okay. And look, she is well deserving too for her to keep it.
Sure,
She's super talented, and I wouldn't mind a Naomi. I mean, I'm sorry, I wouldn't mind a Bianca and Rhea, match in Backlash. You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
sure,
After
absolutely,
WrestleMania, I like to see them one on one, just a grudge match between them two.
sure. I
Yeah.
believe that's
So
where that would be going as well.
yeah. All right.
Bianca and
Well,
Rhea
good
to
for
have a
Io.
great match together.
Yeah, because actually that's what I thought WrestleMania was going to be. I thought it was going to be when Bianca won the Elimination Chamber and Rhea had her championship. I know
Hmm.
she had an upcoming title defense against Io, and I'm
Right.
not I'm not mad at how it went, but I thought that that's where it was going to end up with Rhea and Bianca WrestleMania 1-on-1 for that belt. And man, that would have been huge. This is still huge. Just don't have the title on the line, but they have time for that down the line, depending on how long Io can hold on to that belt. But congratulations to Io. She's in a huge match and she's the champion again. So congratulations to her for being a multi-time champion. All right, anything else you want to throw in before we roll out?
No, that's good for me.
Okay. All right. So that's what we'll do then, LT. We're gonna wrap it up. LT in the studio. We'll get back together real soon. We'll Turnbuckle Talk. We're gonna let some things happen, and then we'll get together before WrestleMania, so we can go through the card and give you how we think each match will go, how we think it'll turn out, and then we'll just after WrestleMania we'll see how it went. We may get the match right, but maybe not the ending. So that's gonna be the fun part. But we'll figure all that out as we move along. So for LT, I'm Mr. 411. We thank everybody. Make sure you hit that like button to share, because sharing is caring. Make sure you subscribe to 41 Sports Network on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Do all those things. But for LT, I'm 411. We are out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evening.